welcome to episode 3 of the AFC East. We're going to get into the New York Jets. They came in third place. They were 7-9 last season.
Woo!
Woo! And there's a lot to talk about with these guys. They've got roughly 11 starters going into free agency. And got 2 of their receivers, 2 of their defensive backs,
3 linemen.
And they only got $49.6 million cap to work with.
There's a serious matter. Their special teams
is in jeopardy here.
There is nobody there.
Punter and kickers
can
on free.
Ficken save us. Good old Ficken.
I honestly think, okay, their lines, obviously, they need offensive line help for Darnold.
Defensive back.
Corners, defensive ends, receivers. They may not have any receivers. Because
I throw it to you, you throw it to me.
Robbie Anderson, I've heard he's probably gone.
Then Demaryius Thomas is 32, aging slightly.
He's probably going to sign with a contender.
Right.
And you've still got Le'Veon Bell there, but
I don't think he's going to be there.
I honestly, it wouldn't shock me if they trade him.
Mm-hmm. Clear up some
if you think about it, they got 49, about $50 million cap space. I think Bell's going to get, what's he getting, 13?
Yeah, they've got too many needs.
You got 7 picks. You get on maybe a future first, second rounder.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a dumpster fire.
They got the 11th pick in the draft, so they're slightly high. So that's a top 15 pick. I mean, they can make some noise in the draft for sure, but
their offensive line is a real problem though, because you've got both your tackles and your center are all free agents. And their offensive line really isn't that good. Mm-hmm. And people aren't letting their linemen go, so you're pretty much going to have to build those through the draft. And it's a rough situation to be in with really no linemen or receivers and a running back that hasn't really panned out.
I would say
for a young quarterback.
I would say for this, if I have this many needs, if I'm playing Madden, I'm turning the cap off.
No, I hear you there, man. I hear you.
I do think trading Le'Veon Bell is probably would be a good thing for them to do.
Right.
To get at least more draft capital.
The thing that I... Go ahead.
I'd say another option, maybe with Robbie. People are doing it now. Tag and trade. Mm-hmm. There might be an option.
Right, maybe. Now, with all the negatives that we said, the thing I do like is I do feel that they have found the franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
But the question is, with this $50 million, with all these starters on the free agency block, can they continue to build around him successfully before he wants that contract that, Dak Prescott is doing his crap with the Cowboys right now. Before Darnold gets to that point, you're going to want to build around him and have some things in place.
I feel like they've kind of worked backwards. Like, they drafted their quarterback without having
the line
anything around.
Receivers,
like we always preach, you got to have the supporting cast.
But I think they really thought that if they got Le'Veon,
it would help
a lot, and it really didn't pan out.
I think, too, I know they only got about $50 million in cap. If it's me, I'd start looking at the defense, and you got to start getting rid of offloading some of these contracts.
Yeah.
I know. I think they traded, Leonard Williams?
Yeah.
Earlier.
But they got some work to do.
Oh, yeah.
That's the bottom line with the Jets. Like I said, the positives is they do. I feel that they have found their guy at quarterback, but the struggle is at this point is going to be, can we continue to build around him? Like you said, O-line, corner, receiver.
Yeah.
He needs a supporting cast.
Possibly running back now too if they get rid of Bell. So it's I think it's going to be a few seasons before they can get everything
right. Kind of get things clicking.
So,
but there, like I said, there is some positives there, but that I think they are the worst mess in the AFC East. At least from the free agent
there's too many question marks.
Too many question marks.
You think about it, kind of just going over the list a little bit. Ryan Khalil, He's 35.
Yeah.
He's probably on the verge of retiring. I mean, your left tackle's 30.
You already mentioned some of the... I mean, a lot of the free agents are in their late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Time to get younger.
Yeah.
And then your punter and kicker. Yeah, they just, like I said, they've got some question marks, and
You're gonna break the bank on those special teams.
yeah, ooh.
I think their best bet's just to build through the draft. Like I
Yeah.
said, you just gotta come up with some more picks or something. They only have 7 as it is right now, so
But they got the 11th, 48, 68,
Yeah.
79. But they got, their first 2 picks.
hell, they may even want to trade back.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody wants to move up for a QB or something. Maybe there's one. Like, maybe
get a little
Herbert's
depth.
still there or something.
Right.
I would kind of say, looking at this, if it was me, it was kind of rumored this season it was going to happen. I'd trade Jamal Adams.
Mm.
He's gonna be wanting paid in another probably year or 2. You probably can get at least a first, if not a first and multiple picks.
Right. So,
That would shore up you being able to kind of work on that offensive line.
Yeah.
And then I know they paid C.J. Mosley.
Yeah. See, I think their issue right now is they've got some money and some players that are really good, but there's nothing around them.
right.
You
They're
know
not
what I mean?
complete. They're not a complete team.
It's kind of like the Khalil Mack thing,
Mhm.
But
One
they're-
guy can't
so,
make the whole team.
Yeah.
Right.
So they got some work to do. I could see them being in last place in this division.
That's
next
kind of what
year.
I'm thinking too. I think they kind of have the worst mess of free agency to deal with. I mean, maybe they could make some stuff happen, but
No.
All it takes is the right pieces.
yep.
So I guess that's all for the Jets.
Like, subscribe.
Yep.
Tell us what you want to see.
I want to see it all.
Oh.